Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Baba Is You. I don't want to bum anybody out here, but this might be it. This might be the moment that we've been dreading, or at least the moment that I've been dreading. This might be the episode where we don't make any progress. It was going to happen eventually. The puzzles keep getting more difficult. I have spent a lot of time looking at this and fiddling with it, and I really still don't feel like I have a good grasp on a solution here. I figured out a thing, and then I spent some time up on the metamap trying to figure out what else we might be able to do there, and I'm pretty sure the answer is nothing. So when we beat this level, it's I sure hope it's going to open up something significant. So here's the one thing I figured out, the one thing I was thinking. A lot of the levels in this world have been about stacking text on top of other text, right? So I was like, okay, what if we could do that here? We have things dying all the time, and we have the has keyword. So what if we could kill a Baba in such a way that it produced the word Baba underneath the word text? For a while there, I was trying to figure out if it was actually sensible to spawn a Kiki somehow. And I spent, I don't know, honestly, probably close to an hour playing with that while watching YouTube videos, figuring out if it makes sense to have two different objects. Because if we could have a Kiki out here, if we could somehow make Baba is float and Baba is you, and have a Kiki and have Kiki as you, then we could float the Baba over the skull, make the flag win, and then touch the flag with the not floating Kiki. But I don't think so. I don't think you just don't have enough objects, man. You can't make enough things happen without burning the word Kiki to start producing objects, right? So then I was playing a little bit, and then I figured out that you can in fact get Baba and text on top of each other. So let me reproduce this. I don't still have a good sense for how to use this to win, but it is a thing that we can do, and so we're just going to play with it a bit on camera and see if we can't make something out of it. So you have to put text, because text is defeat, pushing text on top of Baba just kills Baba straight up. And the first time I figured that out, I was actually really bummed out. I was like, hey, what? This is kind of a dumb story. But I was like, so we'll do that thing where we use a Baba to push an object onto another Baba who is not push and thus does not have collision. And then we'll be able to just walk the combination Baba and the word text into some water. But then I actually tried it, and I was like, oh no, I just deleted the Baba. I forgot text is defeat. And it took me a couple of minutes to remember that that's actually not a big problem if you manage it correctly. Because if you just do Baba has text before you text is defeat yourself, it actually solves that problem. You already have the text then. You don't even need to worry about pushing stuff into water. So in order for this to actually work, we have to... This doesn't... I think the way this plays out... let me separate these guys again. There we go. I think the way this plays out... This doesn't work, right? Yeah, you have to kill the Baba by pushing the phrase... Or you have to kill the Baba by creating the phrase, not by... You can't have the phrase and then kill the Baba. But that's fine. We have this fence over here that should work just fine. No, sorry, you guys have to be one tile apart. There we go. Alright. So this is where I'm at. This is what I figured out. We can make text and Baba the same, and now it's possible to do Baba has Baba and Baba has text at the same time. Or Baba has Baba and text has Baba at the same time. I do not know how this translates to a solution, but given how many of the puzzles in this world have been solved by putting text on top of text, it feels like this has to be a step in the right direction, right? So if we can get ourselves another Baba. No, wait, that doesn't accomplish anything. Sorry, we have to do Baba has text first. We have to get the word Baba back. Does it matter where we do this? Okay, so now we've done this. And then if I were to reverse things, we can spawn a bunch of objects here if we want to. But I'm not 100% clear how it will help us to do so, if I'm being honest. So, no, we want Baba has both Baba and text. And then... No, I'm sacrificing one object to spawn two objects. Then I sacrifice the Baba text to turn it into a Baba. So, like, how many do we get? We don't actually end up at that many. Right, and then we can spawn the word Baba one more time. Wait, does this... No. I was gonna say, because I keep forgetting portions of the puzzle, I was gonna say, well, wait, if we spawn the word Baba right here, then we just make Baba float. Can't we push it through? But no, right, the text will sink in the skull, will create a wall that will prevent the Baba from going through. So I'm still not... You have all these Babas now. I'm still not 100% clear on how we would make a win. We can make Baba is float, but we still don't actually have a way of breaking Baba is float. But, like, okay, straight up. If we don't do Baba is float, there's no way to make anything win, right? We can't push words through the skull. In fact, I keep trying to think of a way to make Baba is win. I keep trying to think they're trying to trick us here, but really thinking about it, I think it has to be the case that Baba is float and flag is win. Because there's no way to push words through this skull without forming a wall. Unless we can make text is float. But both Baba and text would have to be float. So I think it is actually 100% necessary for Baba to be float. If we make Baba is float and text is float, then we can make Baba is win, and then it doesn't matter that the flag's not floating. But is there a way for me to... No, there's not, because the only way we can get an object to... The only way we can get a word here to be is float is by moving a Baba in and blowing it up. And even if we do, Baba has... Ooh, wait, hold on, we don't want to collapse those. Even if we do, Baba has... I'm going to just separate these guys a bunch. There we go. Even if we do, Baba has... Baba text. Darn it. I hate having multiple bodies. It's so hard to do things, because my brain does not multiple bodies well. Oh, shoot. That's also bad. I'm just trying to, like, find safe places to sequester these dudes so that I can separate them a little bit more. Here's what we'll do. We'll go like this. You guys get all the way over to the corner. Okay. Now I can move around a little bit more safely. Okay, so even if we do, Baba has Baba text, and then we throw a Baba into the pool in front of is float, it's going to produce the word Baba and a Baba. There's no way for us to produce the word text ever again. We only have the one copy of the word text, and it's not able to be pushed in here. So if we feel pretty confident the Baba has to be float, once Baba's float, the text no longer kills him. Is that interesting? Does that help us? I mean, now that I'm float, it's trivial for me to... Hold on, let's get you out of there so you don't mess with anything. Now that I'm float, it's trivial to do this. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna rewind it to before Baba is float. If it is actually the case that Baba must be float, then in order for us to win, either Baba must be win, or the thing that the other object that is win must also be float. Now that we're... No, never mind. I was about to say, now that we're able to have more Babas, is it reasonable for us to float a Baba up here, get in this space, have a Baba push flag down, and then push the word flag out and do stuff with it? But no, it's not the skull. The skull is still a problem. The skull will still sink and produce a wall, and then the word flag will be trapped on top of the wall. No, sorry, the word flag will cease to exist, and also there will be a wall. So, if text cannot be made to float, flag is win. Flag is win is the only win. And there's no way to produce the word flag to make flag as float happen. Oof, man. It really feels like I'm narrowing it down to us having zero way to win this level. Alright, hold on. Baba is float. It must be the case that Baba is float. It must be the case that flag is win. Because there aren't any other possibilities. And of course, it's 100% possible that I am missing something. This is looking to me like it's probably a situation where I've made some unsafe assumption somewhere, and it was a small enough assumption I didn't notice myself making it, and I have unconsciously made a wrong assumption that is now the thing I am stuck on. Well, hold on a second, though. Once Baba is float, the text no longer instantly kills Baba. So we can make Baba is float and then unmake Baba is float. Obviously, that was a bad example. But right, we can break it. So, okay. In order for this to remain the case, because once we move the Baba off of the word Baba, we can't get back on. So in order for this to remain the case, we can't move left. No, we can't move left or up or down. That doesn't work. Right, because we could position a Baba up here, or like right in this corner maybe, and then move right with this Baba, do the thing, and I could move that Baba to the right, but we have to be able to go up and move the word flag down. So I can't just keep this Baba stationary until flag is win and then break the thing. Damn it. I thought I had it. But is there another way we could use the fact, because we can push text onto Baba now again. No, we could always push text onto Baba. We can push text onto Baba without him dying. Hold on a second. Wait, no. Come back. We need to get you off of the words. I need you to move This is awkward. Okay, hold on. Let's put you here. There we go. Now we can get multiple Babas in here. That's it. That's it. That's it. Right? Because now we can break the phrase Baba is float whenever we want. Okay. That took an embarrassingly long amount of time, because that's what? We're 15 minutes into this episode, plus like half an hour in the last episode, plus the well over an hour that I spent fiddling with this off camera, but we got there eventually. And all it took was me actually doing the process of logically figuring out what things could happen and what things couldn't happen, which is probably something that I should be doing earlier instead of looking for the... There's a style of intuitive puzzle solving that I've used a lot throughout the series, and you can see, like, the rocket ship and UFO puzzle, where I couldn't figure it out for such a long time because I didn't move the word open over. I can't remember what the name of it is, but you know what I'm talking about here, probably. That's a great example of how my failure to intuitively see the solution led to me missing what was not actually a very difficult puzzle solution. Because I wasn't logicking it all the way out. I was relying on that incredible power that the human brain has to intuitively see patterns and solutions and stuff. We're at the point in the puzzle we're at the point in the game where I need to be solving the puzzles in a logical way rather than an intuitive way. My intuition is not up to the task anymore, and that probably is going to need to become our primary solution rather than the thing we do after 2 hours. Please take me somewhere useful. Okay. That's actually pretty handy. It doesn't help us get anywhere new, but it's just like, it was very annoying. When I gave up on this originally last night, I returned to map because I wanted to play with this a little bit more. And once I got out of the corner, it actually was super tedious to get back in. I had to completely reproduce the process that we did on camera, so I'm glad to have that. All right, breaking and entering. This must have the word level in it, right? Fingers crossed? It does. Okay. So first up, flag is word. It's interesting. Flag is open. How do we win? We have 5 doors. The water is sink. So the word flag, we need... What we really need is flag has flag, right? We need 2 instances of the object flag, ideally. Is there a way we can make that happen up there? Because, like, we have rock is push, obviously, and it's definitely worth noting that this is like this. It's real easy to just go, that's so you can push the rock up, but, like, if we made... What if we pushed the phrase is push through the water up here? Do we need things to be pushed? We might need things to be pushed. Maybe we move the rock and the word is? Because I think we might need rock and push. Because that way we can make the flag have rocks. We can make additional objects here. Let's say that these are the words we preserve. Flag is push is actually not trivial to do this way. You know what? If we're gonna sacrifice 2 objects to make a hole through which we can bring other objects, it might need to be that we do break something out here, and then we break the water tile that is east of the flag. Because that way, I can make the phrase flag is push in a way that I can actually, like, interact with. In a way that allows us to move the flag around a little bit more freely. Right, we can do this. Okay. So now that we have a little bit more control over our words, just looking at this is making me a little... I can feel it. I can feel the thing in my head happening. It will be a headache by the time we are done. Alright, so we can make the flag have the word flag, but that's not nearly as useful as an actual flag. We can do flag has flag. If we did... This could be one of those things where we need to stack objects. In fact, I would suspect that it is, right? So if we do like... Well, we could do text has flag. We could just get a second flag really easily by doing text has flag. And then sacrificing any word. And if we... Maybe we don't need the word rock if we have as many flags as we want. Right, and now I feel like we have a lot of interesting options. So what do we want to... We can break level is... What do we want? What do we want this level to be? Level is text. Yes. We just get that, right? Like I can do that right now? Because if level is text, then we can win the world. And this is not the only thing we need to do, certainly, but this is a thing we can do. And now we make level is win by making cursor is ghost. I have no idea what's going to happen when we win this level, the meta level. Okay, didn't mean to do that. It's probably fine. Well, hold on. Level is win will do something, right? It'll make... Actually, what does that do? Hold on. Also, I can't even actually do it, can I? There's no way to push the, Well, hold on. But because this is actually a level, if we now turn the ghost back into a cursor... I might be able to do this. Hold on. We're gonna resolve our problems one at a time. Right now, the problem we're working on is, can I make it say level is win? We'll come back to our other issues. I think I can just stack these babas, actually. These babas on the left are the ones I'm working with right now. Okay, so if we make ghost is cursor in such a way that the cursor moves up onto the word level, then we can make the cursor back into a ghost and move the ghost left from there, and then the pushing is easier from there. So I just have to make that work. And I think the right way to do that is we gotta create a significant amount of vertical space here. Okay. How do I... Here we go. Okay, now the cursor can't be moved. So we push cursor is ghost and then press left. Aha! Ha 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 ha! I have no idea what this is gonna do. Oh right, this is a level on this map. I forgot. We already know what's up a level from meta. It's this. Well, Dandelion earned, I guess. Shit, man, now what? I mean, this is very significant, right? So wait, can we do the same thing I just did to access this then? Right, cursor ends up here. Cursor is ghost. It walks out and then becomes... I bet we can. I bet that was the point of doing that, was to show you that this is a thing that's possible. Okay, so to start, we have to get... I guess actually the best way to do this is probably to communicate the cursor onto this Baba. Then onto this Baba. There we go. Then onto the 15. Move the Baba away. Okay. Now, cursor is ghost. What a weird... This game has become such a strange thing. I need to desync these Babas. There we go. Actually, I didn't do it. There we go. Didn't do a good enough job. Okay, now we need to make cursor... Again, I think actually I can just collapse these two, and it's going to make my life so much easier. Okay. So now we do... Cursor is ghost. Move the ghost down. Okay. Hey, look at this. We're figuring stuff out. So I'm going to want to complete ghost is cursor by pressing a word to the right. So hold on. I got to realign these two, though. The ghost is one level too high. So I need to move the ghost up, or I need to move the Baba down. Okay, I can use the level to do this. Except not exactly... It's fine. I'll fix it in a second. So when the ghost is on this line, the Baba needs to be on that line. Here we go. We can fix the verticality, and then we can fix the horizontal later. So I need to be here. Okay, I think we're good. Haha! A prize well earned. I would say so. Level meta secret. We're in the meta secrets now. Oh, hey, it's an orb. Well, I mean... Sorry, orb is weak. Don't do that. Well, first of all, let's win the level. Then we'll do the bonus thing. I mean, do we just make Baba is bonus? Or no, Baba is bonus will despawn Baba, though. Will it despawn... How do I collect this orb? We could do... Is it possible to make Baba is bonus and Baba is win at the same time? I have no idea if that would... And we gotta collect the orb. The whole point is you gotta collect the orb. The orb is weak. But the orb is weak. But I could collect it if it was me. Can we do orb is you, Baba is you? Obviously we have a problem there with Baba only being one tile away from the top of the level. So, okay. If the orb is not bonus, then I can set this up like this. Then I can use the orb to correct it so Baba is you is vertical. Oops, right, weak. Actually a little bit of a problem. Okay, we can do this, and then... Yeah, that's fine. We can make orb is you still the vertical one. But I don't want to yet. Sorry, let's make orb is bonus first. And then this one, when I fix this, it'll just, the orb will be collected, right? Yeah. And then we do Baba is win. Alright, we got there. That one only took a minute. We have yet another orb that I don't know what to do with. Maybe these are just like the super extra secret collectible. Okay. So now what? Now complete 15, I guess? Okay, the easiest way to do this is probably going to be to go back up a world and then come back in, because that's going to spawn my cursor, yeah, here. Is there anything else useful that we could turn 13 into, or have I basically... I've made this a little awkward. Okay. Let me just not push the flag to the right at any point during this. Alright, so get this Baba, let him carry the thing over to here. Baba was just nobly sacrificed. Okay, then you carry it over to there. This has gotten very weird. In theory, we could also make the level a rock or a flag. If it's a flag, it has some use, right? Actually, no, there's no door to this area, so it being a flag would probably not be super helpful. And it being a rock doesn't do anything. Is the word Baba accessible? I mean, okay, no. We could do Baba has text. Well, we could do flag has Baba. Yeah, we could do flag has Baba to produce an additional Baba, then do Baba has text to produce the word Baba, and then do level is Baba, but that, it doesn't really help us to have a Baba down here. Was level is win the entire point of this area? Maybe. Okay, well, let's try to win this level, and then we still have level 15 to beat to see if that does anything interesting, and then we had to try to access. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, I know. Okay, I was gonna say, does that let us access the other level that's out there? But that level doesn't have a number on it yet, so we can't go into it. Although it might unlock when we beat 15. And then there's still the matter of accessing these, which we would do by getting 3 Babas over here. Right, because if we had 3 Babas underneath there, we could just push the phrase Baba is you all the way up to there, and then have something carry the cursor up. Can we do that? So we have a flag for this door and a flag for this door. The words are floating, so we can't use them to clear the water. We could... If we want to use levels to clear the water, then we need to spend an extra flag on this door, which is not ideal. Because we need to be able to push, to be able to get the word push down here. And I'm still not 100% clear what the purpose of this water is. I guess it could just be art. God, it's so hard. At this point, it's so hard to tell what is an element of the puzzle and what is just there to... Alright. Let's just try to win the level. I'm getting very manic brain. My brain's kind of going everywhere, and I'm having a really hard time focusing on stuff here. Alright. How do we make anything win? The answer is that you have to push the word win down from above into this corner. And then, yeah, we have to get access to the word win from above. So we do have to open the doors. So we have to do like flag is open. It has to be flag has flag, and then it doesn't actually seem that hard. Here, let's just do what we did last time, and then we'll work it from there. But I think this is actually going to be pretty doable. Right, because we do... Sorry, let me grab my words. I'm going to need these words. Text has flag, followed by text goes in the garbage. I guess I don't actually need these words right now. We will need to make flag push in a moment here. But yeah, we do text has flag. We go grab the word rock and shove it in the water. And then... do we run into a problem with a lack of objects? Do we not have enough objects here? This might actually be a small issue. Because we're going to need to make another flag, right? Hold on, okay. Flag is push, has to exist. Flag has to exist. And then we also have to have another flag. right? We could do text has flag and then sacrifice. We can do text has flag. I'm sorry, starting to have a little trouble focusing. Text has flag, burn a flag to create the word flag. Then do the word flag has the object flag. That doesn't change anything. I need to produce another flag somehow. It has to be the case that we have flag has flag down here and also have a flag that we can push. Actually, can we do that up here? Is it possible for... No. Even if we built this shape up here and then we could somehow push the flag into the door, it would break one of the two phrases in a way that's not recoverable. So actually, I may have sacrificed too many objects already. How do I produce a third flag? It feels... If we have the word flag instead of an object flag, then we can use the word text to do things to it, but the word flag never is open. The object flag is open, and we can't interfere with that. Usually these ones that, the ones in this world that are intended to turn into objects, the level is X part has been the tricky part, and the winning has been often trivially easy, absurdly trivially easy. It's interesting that this one is not like that. Or you know, maybe it is. Maybe I'm screwing up here. Well, okay. If we did, like, flag has text... Hold on. If we did flag has text, and then we pushed a flag into the door here... Now we have the word flag up here. Can we make a phrase? It has to be an object flag, but then we could make a phrase, right? We could do this thing and then make a phrase right here, and then we would actually be able to push it. So hold on. How do we make that work? That doesn't actually change anything, does it? Because again, we end up in the situation where I have to produce the word the object flag up here by pushing a thing into a door, which requires me to do this. Right? We already. It has to be the case already that there is a there's a rule down here that says flag has flag. Oops. This has to be true already by the time I do that. Yeah, this is the same problem. This flag has text is not going to push it. Or is not going to do it. It has to be flag has flag, and then we push a flag into the... So that doesn't change anything. That's already the problem that we had. So we could build the phrase flag has flag up here, but we lose the push. And we don't have enough objects. I mean, it would be easy enough to make the phrase text is like... We end up losing 3 of our words to that, right? To these 3. If we want to do flag is push instead, then we have text has flag for up here. Yeah, the core problem of we need 3 flags to be able to move on is still there. So we need to be able to do, like... we need to be able to sacrifice 2 objects to manipulate the rest of the text. Right now we have 8 objects. That leaves us with 6 objects. Then we can burn 2 more objects to produce 2 more flags. But in the end, we need it to be flag is push, flag has flag, in whatever way works there, and then also an object that is flag. And I'm having trouble working out the process in my brain. So this is an issue that I have, and I'm sure I'm not alone, but I also don't have like an official diagnosis, so I don't know what other people who have this thing call it. But sometimes it becomes very difficult for me to focus. I know it's sort of just like a general executive function related kind of thing. But that's what I'm having right now is I'm having trouble getting my brain to like walk through the steps, which might be best resolved by me turning off the recording for a little bit and waiting until my brain calms down to finish the episode. So we need to have these pipes. These pipes are not stop. I've been treating them as though they are stop for the entirety of the level. I mean, if I make text has flag, the core problem is that I end up sacrificing too many words, right? Like, we can easily sacrifice the word rock. Nobody cares about the word rock. And then I need the word flag. Can I replace, like, if I shove all of this out here, I have a curiosity. If I shove all of this out here, and then I press it to the left, does it... Oh, okay, well that solves the problem. I just didn't realize I could sacrifice the word text in that way and produce the additional flag. Okay, so then what we want to do is, I guess I have to keep this true for a moment, obviously. I've positioned this in kind of an awkward way. So we have to do this to get a path for us to push our flag through. And actually, that's not even good enough. Sorry, I have to move everything over 1. There we go. And we do this. Oh, I have to be careful about how I do that, because it produces the object a space back from where I'm expecting it to be. Alright, and then... Wait. I thought this was 3 spaces tall. I don't know. I don't know. I was looking at this and I was like, 1, 2, 3. That's good enough. So the... So wait, how do I fix that? Because that's an issue, right? How do I get a flag above the word win? We can... Oh no, I thought I had solved it. We can push a flag all the way... I mean, we can... The last time we create this flag, right, we could go to its right instead of to its left, and then push it all the way to the left. It doesn't even matter. It's already retrievable. Right, I can push it all the way to the left now. We can easily push the word is in here, but that doesn't actually solve the problem. Boy, how do we make this a win? Because even if we leave the word win in this position, where theoretically you could go flag as win, how do we get the word is? How do we get an is involved? Well, okay, it's gonna have to be win comes down here, right? Because otherwise there isn't a way to get the is in place. There's definitely no way to drag the word is around a corner. So then it's a matter of getting a flag to there. How would we do that? Flags are only pushed sometimes. Right, we have power over that. does that allow me to... In order for us to manipulate a flag out of a corner, though... No, there isn't a way. There isn't a way to manipulate a flag out of a corner. Oh, hold on. What we can do is... We can break this up. We can push a flag to here. Then make flag no longer push. There we go. There it is. Alright, I'm pleased that I was able to get to a solution to that one without being able to think ahead at all. Alright, now we just touch any one of our many, many flags. One assumes this is... I mean, this might do something. No, okay, yeah. I kind of figured. 15 is the one we're going to have to beat to see anything new. It is not trivial to get my... Okay, let's hit restart. Nope, that just puts it there. Return to map, and then back in. This will put the cursor back in a useful spot. Alright. I love the just like really simple music. The Baba Is You music is wonderful. And then a jump cut happened. I made an executive decision here. My stuff was getting a little weird. You could probably hear it. And so I decided to just take a little break, you know, take a few minutes, get myself something to drink, try to work stuff out, and then come back and finish recording the episode. And then a whole bunch of stuff happened, and now it's the day after, but we're here. We're finishing the thing. The small family emergency. Nobody needs a big mid-episode story, but it's... Boy, I've had a couple of days, let me tell you. Alright, so... How are we going to beat this level? This is like the last part of this that I might reasonably expect to unlock some new content here, some new puzzles. So how would we do it exactly? If we... Okay, I feel like this is one of those levels where you can't really do that many different things. This is one of those levels where the available pool of actions is small enough that you can just perform all of them, right? We tried level near flag as win and it didn't work, because the level is not near a flag unless there is a flag on the level. Or... Wait! I remember what we were going to try to do. We were going to try turning level 14 into a flag and then doing this. Can I... How do I... how do I get back on level 14? Reset? Nope. Okay, back up. Back up and back in. There we go. I could have pulled some Ghost is Cursor shenanigans, but that seems like a lot more work than the thing that I've done here, which should be totally functional. Alright, I don't think we actually have to walk you back over here, but let's do it. I'm pretty sure if we turned this into a flag when we went back up to the meta map, it would reset the position anyway, right? So we want to make... we want to make level is flag. So the lava has to become float. I still think this is a very silly solution. I do not 100% remember how we resolved this, if I'm being perfectly honest. But it's gotta be pretty straightforward, right? And then we get an and here. We just push this and. Get out of my way. That's not where you push that. There we go. So level is melt and flag. This should work, right? And then I don't think there's actually a reason for this to be a flag apart from this, so we're going to have to turn it back into a Baba before it becomes anything else. I have no idea if this is going to work. So we have to break rock his defeat while preserving the word level, which is easy enough to do. I'm about 50-50 on this. I think there's a chance. This feels like the sort of expectation-defying clever that Baba is often going for. Because there's no flag on the level, but you can't argue that the level is not near a flag, right? Right? He said, hopefully? Okay, it actually totally does work that way. Well, that's a delight. Is that going to open up the level down there? Yeah. Which I guess would have been a fine way for us to cursor his ghost, and then... Yeah, okay. Cool. Center is the name of... This is not a... Oh, was that the orbs? There was a gate. Okay, hey, we found an... Would you believe it? We found another world. Oh. Oh, but this is like the ending. Hold on, well, what is this? Is there an optional puzzle over here? It's the gallery. This is what the orbs were for. Was to unlock the gallery. Which, okay. Image is image. Well, what if image is 1? A very early... Yeah, okay, that looks like a pretty early version of the game. That's programmer art if I've ever seen it, and as a person who's made a game or two, I have seen it. I have been the programmer who arted. What if image is Mothfist? I don't imagine that this will work. I'm curious. Okay. So, spelling. I mean, obviously, letters. There are numbers, rather. So, like, images 2. Let's try images 2. What else can we spell here, aside from the numbers? Mock-ups made while figuring out the art style. Oh, I kind of like this. I kind of like this Baba. It's a little bit like... It's probably supposed to be just a bird with a hat on it, but it says Plague Doctor to me very strongly. Key is in. Box. Oh, I kind of like this. This is definitely a little harder to read than the style they eventually went with, but I like the drop shadow. Image is thra. So grab the T and this E. Early tests for different palettes. Ah. Which they ended up actually using a bunch of, right? Okay, if we want to do images 4, we're going to have to do a little bit of work for it. Let me just, you know what, let me just get these letters a little further apart. Wouldn't that be a smart way to approach this? There we go. Show me image 4. Well, this definitely has less personality. You know what? This reminds me a lot of the map from Cosmic Express. Which, if you've never played it, is actually a super cool game. If you are into puzzle games enough to watch however many episodes you've had to watch to get here, the Cosmic Express might be worth your time. This is sort of like the logical map. Various gimmicky offshoots. There have been a few. We could spell a 7, we could spell an 8, but we only have one N, so there's no image 9. No, there's another N down there. And an X. What do we need the X for? Trying to figure out the pulling mechanic. I looked at that and my brain immediately did that human thing. It's like, wait, there's a face here. I know there's a face here. It's like it's got eye shapes and mouth shapes. It must be at least one face. I mean, I guess it is. It's at least one face. I am comforted somewhat by the fact that the dev also has difficulty with the pulling mechanic. I don't know why it's so hard for me. Like, push is so intuitive, and pull just, like, fries my brain. Every single time I have to pull something. It's a total nightmare. Nope. Boy, what do you think? We could spell exit. We could spell next. Maybe we'll get a secret hint about the developer's next game. I believe that, shoot, I can't remember the developer's full name. Arvi is his first name. There you go. I can't quite read that. Arvi Teikari, maybe? I believe he's working on Noita. I believe he's one of the developers on Noita now, so we do know what his next thing was. I'm very eager to get back to Noita. I'm trying very hard not to touch it again until it is finished, so that I can do a 1.0 series and be surprised by all of the weird new developments. Boy, I sure want that game to be done. Watercolor of space. Me is very cute. It's the only time you'll ever hear me say this sentence. Alright, well, we can keep going. We don't have an L, so there's no picture 11. But you gotta wonder if... there are maybe... like, the X here suggests, at least, that there are some interesting words we might be able to come up with. I'm gonna try picture is exit in a second. But we're going to do picture is night first because the letters are already lined up, so why not? It's very low effort. Okay. So what else? Let's try exit. This X has got to be for something. Or it's one of those wonderful red herrings that I'm always so excited to find out about. I mean, is there a fish that is more majestic than a red herring? I guess this explains why, if this is what the orbs are for, this explains why they're sort of out of the way, but none of them are actually difficult to get. Because this is like a neat feature, but it's not locking off anything that's actually gameplay related. So X. Boy. Also, are there numbers we could spell above 10? We don't have enough T's for a 13. We do have enough T's for a 14, because there's fewer of them. I mean, I'm just curious. Let's see if they hid some extra stuff. The thing is, it's Baba Is You, so my assumption would be that there is perhaps stuff. How does one spell words? It's an SB. You can't spell a number, man. That's not how that works. And then obviously we'll do the images win here, and then touch the big picture space and score another dandelion seed. Oh, I went underneath the image. Apparently that's a thing. It does work! Sudden inspiration led to a three-eyed Baba. I mean, our Baba might be three-eyed. The third one might be closed. You can't tell. Or honestly, maybe it's his right eye that's closed, and this one is the third one. Because if you look at it like here, here, and here, that would totally work. Okay, well now that this has happened, I'm going to be insufferable. What other numbers can we spell? How much time can we spend here? Obviously, beyond the teens, you start to run into a problem of having enough letters. We can do a 16. The spellings of numbers get pretty long. Maybe that's why we have... Wait a minute, what was I talking about? Why do we have the X? Because the number 6 has an X in it, you big dummy. Did I manage to not spell the word 6 at any point during... I'm real spacey sometimes. We totally didn't see this before. Boy, that's one of the best examples I think we've ever had of the thing that keeps me from sometimes solving the puzzles. The hell could you possibly use an X for when spelling numbers? Oh, I know, 16! The pushing system was very hard to construct. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of ways, logically, that could have worked. So we can't do 17 because we don't have enough E's or N's. Hey, you know what letter we actually didn't use? There's a couple letters we didn't actually use here. Hold on. When we... Moth? So we didn't actually use the M, right? There's no M's in letters. What if though, image is moth? What if image is mother? What if image is... Have we seen any... Are there any words here that are, like, game terms? Because I bet those might... If we have some game terms here, I bet those might reveal a thing. Image is sign. Signer. Image is signatory. We can almost spell signatory. Image is... we're an A short of being able to spell negative and then start making negative numbers. Can I touch the thing? Does this work? Cool. We're not done with it. In case it wasn't clear, we're gonna spend another moment or two in there. Hey, look at that! I solved 100% of the puzzles in an area. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've accomplished that one. Hold on, I'm not done yet. Image is... What else can we spell? I'm looking specifically for game terms here. Game nouns. We can spell me. What if we spelled me? That's not how you do that. There we go. Nope. Image is image, right. Game nouns won't do anything because we have an explicit image is image rule. Image is... I'm a little surprised sign didn't work, to be perfectly honest with you. We can spell... Okay. We can spell minus. It's not negative, but it's close. We're going to go -1. Nope, that's not how you... Okay, there we go. Boy, this is actually kind of a pain in the ass, because I am still bad at thinking ahead in regards to my block pushing, and then also remarkably clumsy. I don't know if it's that my keyboard double presses, or I just have stupid fingers. I mean, I know that I have stupid fingers. Runs in the family. It's a genetic disease. Image is -1. Some to-do notes in Finnish. I don't Finnish. I can't understand... Well, I was about to say I can't understand any of this. Actually, several of these words are familiar to me. Are there lots of minus images? I mean, we probably can't spell all the numbers we're used to because we have so many letters devoted to the word minus. But actually, honestly, it's not that many of the important letters for numbers. A mock-up of the map. That's a really big one, and it's awkward to move around. Let's break that before we try to move on. Show me -3. Yeah, we're just going to be here all day. It's okay. We've earned it. We've gotten through some, what I would describe as some very difficult puzzles to get to the point where we could complete that, so I'm taking my victory lap. I mean, quote-unquote victory. Trying to plot out the default objects. It turns out there are a lot of objects. Why would you need to grid them like this, though? I wonder if it's if it has something to do with the way the art is stored in the game or something. Okay, we cannot do 4 because we have the U spent already. We cannot do 5. We can't do 6. We can't do 7. We can do... Boy, actually, -10. We can do -10. But I think that's the last one, right? Because there's too many letters devoted to the other thing. A flowchart for seeing which levels are related, like conceptually. That seems like a useful thing. Can we think of any other word? Let me put these back together. This is a little easier for my brain to work with them that way. So, why did we use this G at all? There's no G's in the numbers that we used, right? What's the G for? I mean, we have an ing. That's pretty easy to see. But, like, what would... We could spell the word throwing. Image is throwing. I suspect not a real thing. Image is... I mean, we'll try it. I'm going to try it. Yeah, because I don't think we have used the G, have we? So what would it be for? Image is mothering. Alright, I need this T... and this H. Nope. Remarkably, that wasn't a thing. Image is... I am not going to attempt sexting. I see that that's there, but we don't need to know. We don't need to know. If the developer chose to put that information in the game, we don't need to know. Image is grin. Could be, right? That's a thing that you might do. You might put a big smiling picture of Baba. Image is we could also spell groin, which again, probably not. If that's in there, we probably don't need to see it. Image is growth. This'll be the last one, and then we'll go and we'll press the button that says the end, which this feels like a much more earned end than the fake end at World 3, but no, okay, then the fake end at 3 flowers rather. But even if this does turn out to be the actual intended end, obviously we're not done. We have an awful lot of puzzles left. Is it going to be the same end? No, it's an actual level. Baba is done? The word win is kind of out there. I mean, all is stop is maybe dismantleable. Yeah, we can, we could just make ghost is you and then push downward once. I like the way that everything has a little name tag. Yeah. Ghost is you. Alright, problem solved. So, I mean, ghost is you, and Baba is win. The other is not. Should probably go and retrieve that is first. We're gonna play with done too, but I suspect we have a seed here for our dandelion count, and I would like to get it. I have not looked it up yet. I probably will after this one. What the number is? 2 of 1. It just, it's very misleading. We did complete the area though. I'll go look up what the number is because I have no idea. I'll tell you what, the number of completed puzzles we have here is definitely larger than the number of puzzles I thought were going to be in the game in the first place. So what happens if we? I mean, does this trigger the ending? Well, that's real spooky. Ghost is done. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this ghost so done. I'm so done with these ghosts. And then we can break all is stop that way. And then we can make all is done. It would probably be easier if me is done. Let's do that as well. Is this the first time we've seen the all keyword? I think it is, right? Actually, I didn't really plan this out very well. I need to remove cake as well. What a sad time. We just got access to cake for the first time, and already it's done. Nope. Oh, that's right. I didn't need to worry so much. The second I break all is stop, all of a sudden we can move the words wherever we want. Okay, that's fairly dramatic. Uh-oh. Have I unmade the world? I might have unmade the world. Oh, I might have unmade the world. There's like a very small chance that it just deleted my save. I really hope not. Probably not. This doesn't seem like the kind of game. Hey, we did it! We did, yay! Credits! Credits are very slowly becoming done themselves. This is a delight, though. This feels earned. I assume these are actually the correct letters. If I were doing this thing, I would make sure it was the correct letters. It wouldn't just be a bunch of noise. Okay, so it's become, the game as a whole has become considerably creepier. It is much less happy and friendly than it used to be. It's not going to be like that everywhere, is it? We create a new... No, okay, things are still happy and friendly in some places. Oh, and look, we got a little flower petals because we did in fact complete all of the puzzles in center. Okay, I think that feels way more to me like an actual ending than this thing did. But of course, we are not done. Can I just say, I've talked a little bit about like negative self-talk and stuff. I I had a sort of a I had a sort of an impromptu therapy session today, so I'm feeling a little like inside my own head, but in a much more positive way than usual. And I just want to take a moment here to be pleased with myself, to be out loud in a way that everybody can see and I cannot later deny to myself. I'm like a little proud of myself that we got there. I think this has been very difficult, and I'm really pleased with myself that we got to the ending. Not through it. It's not fair to say through it, because we're still going through it. I think this is probably a pretty good place to stop for today, though. Let me tell you something. The executive decision to take a break yesterday, even though things kind of spiraled out of my control a little bit, absolutely the correct move. I feel pretty good about it. So, that's it for us for Baba Is You for today and for this week. But when you come back on Monday, we have an awful lot of cleanup to do. And we'll see you then.